A true friend is one soul in two bodies. Everyone's friend is no one's friend. The enmity of the wise is better than the friendship of the ignorant. No one would choose life without friends, even if they have everything else in the world. Bad luck reveals imaginary friends. If one wants to teach oneself, one must first doubt, because it is through doubt that one will find the truth. We have to free ourselves from the hope that one day the sea will calm, and we have to learn to sail in strong winds. Most human actions are governed by emotions and desires, so he makes mistakes no matter how much the mind knows of their harm. He thinks well of a person, and his thoughts guide him to what is right, but his lust overpowers him and tempts him. Simplicity is what makes the uneducated more effective than the educated when addressing popular audiences. The educated person differs from the ignorant person as much as the difference between a living person and a dead person. Whoever does not benefit from knowledge is not safe from the harm of ignorance. Philosophy taught me to do without orders what others do for fear of the law. A person is the origin of everything he does. He who defeats his desires is braver than he who defeats his enemies, because the most difficult victory is victory over pleasures. Hope is a daydream. Poverty is the father of revolution and crime. To realize is to suffer. Happiness depends on who we are. The sign of an educated mind is its ability to circulate an idea without accepting it. At work, one should follow the wise mind. A person is the origin of everything he does. Virtuous deeds delight those who love virtue. Those who are in the outburst of anger lose all power over themselves. The patient will not be able to wear the garment of wellness just by wanting to. A friend of all is not a friend of anyone. A true friend is one soul in two bodies. The whole thing is what has a beginning, a middle, and an end. All virtues boil down to dealing with justice. The wicked are filled with remorse. Change is loved in everything. Courage is the most important human quality because it is the quality that guarantees the rest of the qualities. A great mind cannot exist without a touch of madness. I consider the person who is able to defeat his desires to be braver than the one who is able to defeat his enemies, because the most difficult victory is victory over oneself. Those who know apply, and those who understand teach. Whatever you have the ability to do you also have the ability not to do. He who overcomes his fears will live free. Bring your desires down to your current income level, and rise them only when your high income allows you to. Cheese is a trait lurking in the animal's soul, and if it is not in itself, it shows courage. The ignorant affirms, the world doubts, and the sane is careful. Liars are always losers, especially since no one believes them, even if they do. How much controversy would have been dispelled into a single paragraph, had the arguers dared to define their terms. If the ruler came thanks to a minority, he would be a tyrant and disarm the people. We are what we are accustomed to repeating ourselves. Success is more of a habit than a work. When man applies the law, he transcends animals, and when he moves away from law and justice, he degenerates and becomes less than animals. Paid jobs absorb and decrease the mind. Criticism is something we can easily avoid, by saying nothing, doing nothing, being nothing. He replied, the weakness of the oppressed. Democracy, it is when the poor, not the landowners, are the rulers. It is not wise and logical to live in water and consider the crocodile your enemy.